Do you remember your mother's pregnancy at all? Do you remember any details about it? Okay, just thought I asked. Didn't want to be selfish. How you doing out there, guys? Lynn University with another special video. Hopefully it blesses you. We definitely have my lovely, vivacious wife in the background. She's currently cooking. What are you cooking?
I am making you fried shrimp, fried tempura shrimp, sauteed greens, and macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese, sauteed greens, and tempura shrimp. The roaches of the sea. Jokes. Oh my gosh. Jokes. That was funny. Yeah, you're a character. Okay, so we're gonna start off with talking about this video that we're going to post with this, either before or after this small conversation. It's going to be about Love's experience during her
Birth,
birth
birthing experience.
birthing experience. Okay, so Love's experience during her birthing experience in the small role that I played, or the big role, depending on how she describes it.
Shoot.
Segues. So my first question would be, what happened September, should we say 5th?
Yeah.
The night before? How would you explain what happened? I yield the floor.
So, September 5th, I was having real contractions. And because I've never given birth before, I thought they were Braxton Hicks contractions because she did come 2 weeks early.
She did.
So I said, oh man, let me just stay calm, practice what I've been reading in my book, that the nurse suggested. I re-downloaded that book actually because I'm going to read it again. But said, let me just breathe. Let me do my breathing techniques. Let me remain calm. Let me go make me some tea. So I made some raspberry leaf tea.
This was around what time? September 5th, going into the night,
Yeah,
into
you
September
were at work.
6th?
You were at work, babe.
Okay, I was at work.
You was at work, babe. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's not home. I said, he's not home.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not about to bother him because these are just slight contractions.
She almost unplugged it.
So I made myself tea and I sat up in a bed and I was reading. I remember I was reading because I need to keep calm. I was like, I'm not gonna get on social media or nothing. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was going through real contractions that night.
But you were downplaying the contractions.
Yes.
Okay. So were you able to sleep into September 6th, the morning of September 6th?
I was able to sleep. I was, but I kept waking up.
You kept waking mommy up? Is this a fact? Yes? Say yes. Okay. So then the morning of September 6th.
The morning of September 6th, you were walking through the door. Wait, no.
And make sure you're talking to the mic.
Oh, sorry. You're good. No, actually, you came home that night and you fell asleep laying across the bed. So you didn't get under the covers, you just lay across the bed. And then that morning, you took Jax out to use the bathroom. And I remember, I was like, man, this is getting worse. It felt like I had to poop, but nothing was coming out, right? I remember going to the bathroom and trying to poop. But yes, so that morning you took Jax out to use the bathroom. And as soon, I remember, because we connected eyes, our eyes locked.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw you, my water broke.
When I came back in?
When you came in the house that morning.
So what did I do next? What was my reaction from your perspective?
You were the calmest I've ever. I was so shocked. I was like, why is this man so calm? You were just the calmest thing. And of
Don't
course,
crack under pressure, brother. Don't crack under pressure.
and you asked me about my go bag, and of course it wasn't ready because I was getting it ready that week. Oh my gosh, it was so much. And he was like, "What? You're supposed to have it ready." And I literally just texted my mom like a few days before. I said, "I need to come over. I need to get one of those duffel bags so I can start getting my go bag ready."
Yeah.
And then she came early. So what you do? You lifted me up. You combed my hair.
Which you guys will see in the video. That will be the
Oh my
context
gosh.
of what the video is for. We're not out here thirst trapping. I'm not trying to sell my wife's body in blur.
And we're not out here trying to like say it say do it this way, like do it this
Yeah,
way.
no, it's just
That
our
was just our
experience.
one-off experience because I don't think with this next child it's not gonna be that way. Like the
No.
go bag's gonna be ready. If I'm feeling real contractions, I'm
Best
gonna let
believe
him
I'm
know.
going to say something this
Right.
time. Who? Kid? Hunter? Dad. Okay, so we clean you up, we get your hair done. Don't walk across. We clean you up, we get your hair done. We get you in the car,
Yeah.
and Jax is with us.
Oh my gosh, I was
Our
surprised you
dog.
brought Jax.
Come here, Jax. Come here.
He said, "Mom has food." I don't know, Dad.
Come here. What's up? Sit. How you doing? Oh, don't scratch him. Just hold him. All right, all right. You're taking up all the camera, man. Back
All right,
up,
come
man.
here, Jax.
Back up, man.
Sit.
All right, so yeah, that was the context of the video. Now I actually feel more comfortable Jeez. Now I feel more comfortable posting it because we actually have the context. Yeah. Yeah. Dad. So, what would you rate your whole experience from contractions to delivery, 1 to 10?
Ooh, that's
That's a juicy question. Pause.
like, would you lump in like hospital stay? Like what?
Okay, you want to separate it? Well, you can't. We can't really separate it because it was your first time, so you just have to go by the whole experience. Yeah. So the whole experience, yes.
I guess I'll give it a 7
7.
because
Why? Let's talk about the 3.
the 3 missing.
The reason why you took 3 off.
Oh,
3 points off. What were the negatives in the experience?
the negatives
This
that I
is
have was
comedy.
this: they don't tell you get separate bills from each individual that assisted you. That took me by surprise.
Yes.
Because in all the videos that I've looked at, it just came across as they just send you one
Big bill.
big bill.
Okay.
So I got a bill from the doctor that was helping Hunter after she was born. I got a bill from the lactation specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And the lactation specialist, she was only in there for what? All of 8 minutes.
Got that 10-minute rate.
Right. And they charged me for not really even helping me.
So you do get charged even if you do have pretty good coverage, insurance and all that good stuff, you still will receive a bill.
Yeah, depending on your coverage type. My insurance they covered a good portion, but yeah, it was just surprising to know that each doctor charges you. What else? But other than that, like my labor, I know I was just exhausted. My labor was smooth. The labor itself was smooth. I didn't get any epidural or Pitocin. I didn't do any of that because we already had that conversation.
Do you think the epidural plays a major part in the postpartum experience?
Well, I don't know,
No,
cause
knowing, and I asked that to you guys too. When we post this, please comment. The question is, do you think the epidural has a direct effect on postpartum? As a man, I do. Personally, I do. I believe so because it is a drug.
oh
That
yeah,
drug comes from the, coca plant. Like, it's in the heroin family. Like, for something to do what that drug specifically does and how quickly it does what it does, and then there's no like offset. There's no real recommendation for like IV. There's no real recommendation for like water to be, anything like that. It's just like you're receiving this drug just so you can get this thing done, or you could, eradicate a specific feeling so you can get something done, and then that's it.
mm.
It's just like cold turkey after that. I think, you know, there's not enough real research and common sense. If you smoke a blunt, you're gonna feel an effect. If you sniff some coke, you're gonna feel an effect. If you rub biofreeze on your skin, you're gonna feel an effect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what makes us think that you can shove this drug through the veins of this woman so she can find a certain level of numbness that takes away the pain decibels in her delivering another human being?
It's interesting because women, they actually seek out the epidural. Like
Right.
they don't want to feel the pain. They just want the, the child out. And we aren't judging, but I know for me and my family, his household, um, that was something that we consciously decided not to do because from our research, your body um, naturally produces like the pain
Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
killing.
Yep.
What
Or like
verbiage?
cortisol or something like that.
Yeah,
Like hormones, the hormones.
it naturally produces like the hormones so you can tolerate the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Because way back when we were giving birth, we didn't have
Epidural, heroin.
we didn't have that type of medicine. Like women they just went for it,
I'm sorry for being so critical on it, but it's just, it is interesting to me, like, that they do that.
Yeah, so I decided to see what God's work can do by itself.
That's a phenomenal way to put it. Wow. That's an interesting way to put
And
it.
we did it with such ease. The nurse
Thought you was crazy.
that guided me through the breathing and things like that. You remember, babe?
Okay.
She's like, "How'd you stay so calm? You were so calm." I wish I had got her contact information so I could keep talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
But the book that
Sit
the
up.
nurse at my
Do you
OBGYN
sit up?
recommended was Birthing from Within.
Up. Good.
It has a yellow cover.
What was it again?
Birthing from Within.
Yeah. Find it on Amazon. That is not a plug. We don't get a percentage.
Or your local library.
Or your local
We
library.
support the library.
Please support the library initiatives in your city. Hunter. Lynn. Stop it. No. What do you want? Okay. Next conversation. If we still have time. Let's see if we still have time. You gonna hold the mic, baby? I'm gonna go check. See how much time we have. Oh, we still live. We still going. We have 14 minutes. All right. To our earlier thought, what was it? Is love enough?
Aren't you supposed to feel like it?
Doesn't love or does not love make you want to do things? Like, isn't love the motivating factor to to do in general, like as is. So we were just taking a daily audit of our relationship. Babe's been going through a rough patch, and I have been going through a rough patch personally and individually. So we were vulnerable enough to communicate the rough patches. There were certain things because of the rough patches she wasn't doing, and there were certain things that I wasn't doing. And we were very honest about it or whatever. So she just randomly was like, "Do you still love me?" or whatever. And I was just like, "Of course I love you." And then I said, sometimes our actions as human beings tend to make a person feel like, you don't love them or whatever. And, uh, she offered what her thoughts was about that statement. And then I think after that, I said, well, shouldn't love be enough to make you want to do? And then we was like, wow, that's something interesting to think about, something to talk about. So a lot of times, like, people, they say, I love you too, and all of that. Then you have another crowd of people that say, oh, love is not a feeling, it's an action, right? So I guess we're talking in that realm. Shouldn't love be enough for you to do for the other person, even when you don't want to do? You know? Hi. I believe that it should, and it does. Um, Whether it's you guys just had an argument and you separated for a couple minutes, one person goes and gets food, breakfast. Um, you guys are having an argument about, let's say, punctuality. And then the person who is having an issue, they start to move a little faster. Like, I believe that if your love is strong as you say, think, and know it is, it'll make you do things you don't want to do. I yield the floor.
uh, no,
You agree or disagree?
I agree.
All right, I gotta stir the pot.
I agree. But on some level, we do have to recognize each other's um, pseudo limitations and real limitations.
Okay.
Like, there is such thing as pushing your spouse or your partner to do better. But like, if it's something like a physical thing that they can't do, then give them time to recoup. Because not all issues start with you. Not all issues deal with you. Sometimes they're just dealing with life. They're an individual at the end of the day, so sometimes they're just dealing with their individual life. So you do have to give them some sort of space. You have to respect that space and just let them know that you're still here. Um, but yeah, I feel like because you want to see the other person succeed, then love does make you do things you don't want to do at times.
That is a word from Tay Tay. I hear that. Okay. Hey, stop it. And I think that if you don't find yourself doing things that you technically don't want to do, like if you can't even stomach actually doing them, then you don't love that person. So you should communicate that. and be vulnerable about that, because you're gonna put yourself through a misery,
Mm.
especially if the person is not like a Thanksgiving filled person, a grateful person, an appreciative person. Um, Even if you try to be vulnerable with them about it, they don't acknowledge it. I think you're setting yourself up for the ultimate failure. You kind of want your spouse to be in the midst of making changes or growing and developing, cultivating a new sense of themselves, and at the same time still worried about whether or not you love them.
Yeah.
You kind of want that. Again, I speak strictly to men 18 to 44 United States. If your woman is asking you that, it's fair to say you're in a good place. I would say, you am I in a good place with you?
Yeah,
Like, okay.
I would say so.
I mean, for somebody to ask you, like, it's like, yo, like, it's important to me to know that you love me, like, you love me, the me that's in front of you right here, right now, today, the me that's, an 8-month mother, you know. Um, that's very important to people. So if you find yourself in that situation, you know, don't look at her questioning that. She's not questioning your love. She's basically telling you she wants to hear you say it out loud. Am I lying?
No, I just want
Oh,
you
you
to say it
wanted me to say it,
honestly.
right? Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
so we're giving you like real time. This happened within the hour. Like, we had 2 conversations. We felt like those conversations could be good conversations to kind of post, make as content, and we're kind of hashing out the secretive ideas of each side. So yeah, that was just her, and I had a shitty day today, per se. You know what I'm saying? If we measure up, I sold a fitness plan today, but some other things didn't go the way we normally and consistently would like it. So, technically you had a shitty day. But for her to ask that, it could have went super left. And I'm sure a lot of people's it goes super left because you're so caught up into your shit. She just wanted to know, or she just wanted to hear that she's loved, you know. Hey, clap. That's it. You think we should end it there? We should call it there. Okay, we're gonna call it there because little baby has clapped. Baby boss, high five, high five. Hey, thank you. Applause, applause. Let's clap it up. Clap it up. Clap, 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 clap. Well, again, please take the things that we talk about as useful tools, as other thoughts, extra thoughts. Our 2 conversations. Well, we're gonna split these, but the 2 conversations we did have was about her birthing experience, and the other conversation was about um, isn't love enough. So by the time you see this, hopefully you guys are having a great night with some wine and some grapes, and your children or your spouses. Hopefully you're just enjoying yourself with your feet up, and this is a conversation that doesn't stir up any trouble. It just shares its information and love from I and yours truly.
Have a Bloody Mary for me.
Hey, it's you, it's me, it's
Us.
us. Yeah. Good job, Gates. Everybody is all lit.